Hi guys, I'm Sarah, the Northwoods Stitcher. I feel like I don't slow down enough and say that at the beginning. Also at the beginning, it does have my little insignia with my email underneath it. I am TheNorthwoodsStitcher@gmail.com. If you want to send me some of your work, I would love to put them up here and do some show-offs because I love seeing other people's work. Also, I do a video every Monday. It seems like I've fallen a little flat lately because I've been doing this for a couple years now and my numbers have been stagnant. And I don't ever look at YouTube Studio. My husband does because he's got his own channel. So he was telling me to look, and more than half of you people who watch me don't subscribe, which is kind of sad. So if you can hit the subscribe button, let me know you're out there. Let me know what my real numbers are. It would be nice. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. I don't charge people. I don't have like buy me a coffee or anything like that, or a club or anything. I am who I am. If you want to drop me an email about a subject you'd like to hear or a comment, I'd love to hear from you that way too. I do answer every single comment I get. This little video is going to be filmed in segments because it's snowing right now, but I thought I better film while I can up here because the temperatures are going to drop and I won't have my heat on. When it's under a certain temperature, I don't run my heat because this thing will freeze up and I want it to function. So I'll have to wait later in the week. I've been playing up here with my sewing machine and I wanted to show you so badly all these really cool things that I've made. And then the next segment I'll have some book flip throughs because I found some more cross stitch books while I was organizing some patterns. Of course I did. And I have, what else was on the agenda? I'm drawing a blank. I have some more show-offs that I was going to tag on, so that'll be in another segment of this video. So it's just a menagerie of stuff today. I wish I remembered the name of this pattern. This is, I think, a hands-on design. And I finally finished it. It's a cute little pillow. I'll try to put it under here because I know the pattern's downstairs. I'm sending it off to a friend now. But isn't that cute? So I finished that on the sewing machine. And then I covered up my little surgical mark because I flip it inside out after I've sewn all the way around all four sides. I made what I felt was kind of looks like cherries with some felt pieces I had. And it's a fully finished little pillow now. Really excited about it. So that was one I wanted to show you. I put together some Prairie Schooler chickens. I guess I'll call them chickens. Now, I think I've shown you these stitches before. This is from an issue of Just Cross Stitch, November, December of 1987. That's what the front looks like. This is what I did my Santas out of that I mounted on wood star shapes. And then I fell in love with this guy. And I did this one twice. And I think there's one other stitch in here. So I'm not putting this magazine away. It's going to stay out for a while. But there was one other that I wanted to play with. And I didn't tab it. Do it. But I really like that as a pillow. I'm not going to frame it. And I do have some nice gold thread that I might use. So that's a possibility. But here's one of my little chickens. It's just a tiny little pillow. And to get my felt shapes, I use a little die cut machine. I roll it through my Sizzix. And then I just embroider, what I call embroidery, because I don't know how to embroider. I just embroider a little initial and year that it's completed. And then I simply glue it to the back. So that's one little pillow. And then this one nearly broke my brain. I didn't do any measuring because I really don't know how to sew and I'm just learning how to use the sewing machine. So I don't even know how to cut fabric properly. So I just kind of cut out a chunk, I know, and I kind of folded it, sewed it, folded it, and sewed it. So that's how I made this little pillow. It's not a tuck pillow, but I really love how it came out. You can see the little initials and the year that I put on the back. But it almost broke my brain because I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. And I'm really glad it came out and I survived the whole ordeal. I only had to rip out 2 of the lines that I stitched when I got really confused, and I looked at it and I said, well, what's that stitch for? It worked. Glad it's done. So that's those. I have 2 more little snowmen too. So I wanted to show you this cutie. Now this is a freebie, winter freebie by Erin Elizabeth. And I finished the smallest snowman that I did. Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, I did have the snowman somewhere. I'll find it in a minute. So I made this into a little ornament, and I put some poof into it. So it's got some cotton batting underneath the stitch piece and underneath the back piece. I used 2 pieces of mat board, cut out 2 oval pieces of mat board, and then mounted the cotton batting, and then put the stitch on, stitched it to the back of that mat board. I'm going to cough. And I did the same for the backing fabric. And then I covered it with a gold foil trim piece. Don't know what else to call it. And I put my little initials on the back, cut out with a die a little oval, and it's finished. I was thinking I might put something at the top here, but I'm not really sure yet. So I'm just happy I finished it. That's 1 of 3 because I have 2 others to do. It was a snowman freebie. This is cute too, the way they did it, but I think it's more of a stand-up. That's a bell, actually. I don't know what I'll do with my other 2. Those are the other 2 that I'll have to do, and they're much bigger. But I do like making the ornaments because one will go on the tree, one will go on a door hook or a cabinet knob. I really enjoy doing ornaments of all sizes. So the other one I was going to show you is the Erin Elizabeth. This was winter freebie, and I finished that one. It's really cute. That's better, no light behind it. So the next thing I'll do is to cut out a little shape, form shape, and figure out what I'm going to do. If I'll make it a stand-up, so it'll look like a snow globe, or if I will frame it, make it into an ornament, not sure yet. And the next 2 little pillows are from Rami's Creations. So I think this was a freebie off of a website, or not a website, like a Facebook group. And I can't show it because it's just the graph, but it's Rami's Creation, R-O-M-Y, Rami's Creation. I printed this out. Doesn't have a date on it, but they are the cutest stitches. All I need is tea and something to stitch. All I need is coffee. I drink both, so I wanted to do 2. I can put them in different places. I can bring one up to camp. Obviously, I don't measure because all of my pillows are always a different size, even if it's the same stitch. And different backings because this one's felt. This is more like a fabric. It's such a very thin felt. So those were fun to do. And I'm pretty sure this gingham came from a recent thrift store purchase. But really cute how those came out. So those can go downstairs. And then this was really interesting because I actually found a bag of fabric and felt pieces. So these were like fabric pieces, I should say, and felt pieces. It was a giant zippered bag, like the kind of bag a comforter would come in. And I looked at it and I thought, I'll just pick out a few interesting pieces. I ended up bringing the whole bag home, and I'm really glad I did. And I recently sorted it all out. So in one box, I have the fabric scraps. In the other box, I have the felt scraps. While I was digging, this is what I found. This panel had already been done, and it had already been matched up with this fabric. All I had to do was sew it together. And look, I can stick a little tea bag in here. So I just think that's adorable. And it's really cute. I think my corners came out pretty good. I'm always fussy about my corners. I think we all are. And I do stick a end of a paintbrush up there to try to poke them out as much as I can. But somebody did a lot of work on this. It was really sad that it ended up in a bag at the dump. So I was really happy to wash this, iron this, and stitch it up, as it was sure crinkled. So that was fun to do. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all the little pillows I've been doing. I have pinned up a pair of jeans that I would like to fix on the sewing machine, but I have no clue what I'm doing. I think I'll probably do a YouTube video to help my brain with that. I have done another project bag with some placemats that I got from, I don't think it was Goodwill. It must have been Goodwill. Must have been. Wasn't it Susan? Susan was with me. She's got the same placemats. I finally put them together. And I thought, this is great. Sometimes you just need an odd-shaped project bag, and this is a complete square, which is great for my square Q-snaps. Oh, that's what I was going to show you in another segment. So sometime later in the week, I'm going to do a film of my progress on my stitches, because I've just been really excited about what I've been doing, particularly on the blue Santa. I've worked on the eyes. I'm so excited. So it's really looking like a Santa. I'm going to be up in his hairline soon, and then the hat, and I'll be done. So that'll be coming up. This is still a pile on my desk of things that I want to kit up, which I haven't done yet. I'm not going to be able to be up here for a while because of the heat situation and the snow, all that. But I do have this pulled out to do a stitch. This is a lot of fun. So this is a tiny little Lizzie Kate. And what year is this from? I thought it had a year on it. It's a flip it. And my eyes don't see the year that it came out. So they put out a whole bunch of these. If you haven't gone down the Lizzie Kate hole, tie a rope around your waist before you jump in, because they have so many adorable little stitches. I think these are quick. They are super rewarding. You can do all kinds of different things with them. Never mind framing them. You can make little ornaments. You can make little stand-ups. You can make little motifs for bags. I just love these. I've always wanted to do this little one. I've got a very old, tarnished 4-leaf clover in here. I think I have a bigger one in my collection. So we'll see if I use that one. But I think that's a really cute Irish thing to do. So I'm going to leave that there. And what else have I got? I'm hopeful to kit this one up. I've showed this to you. This is a cottage garden, or country cottage needleworks. And I think it's called Dream. Dream Big. Hence the giant carrot, which is just too cute. I'm going to do it on a 18 count Celadon, and I really just want to pull the threads and do a floss toss, see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I'm going to change up some of the colors. I don't want it to be too pastel-y. A lot of Easter stuff for me is just too pastel-y, and I want a brighter color sometimes. The carrot is definitely done in a variegated orange, which is great, but I don't know if it's bright enough. I might even use some sulkies on this. We'll see. And I like how they finish this off, because I think this is one of those no-sew, like a foam block stand-up. I might do that. We'll see. I also need some Easter pillows, so I don't have enough of those. So I'm going to end this right here. It'll go into another segment, and I'll see you on the other side. So I'm just setting up the next segment, filming some book reviews, and it's so pretty. I don't know if the video is going to capture this, but, you know, we've got the screen in the way. But it's such a pretty snowfall right now. I was outside and I caught one, and it's like the perfect snowflake. It almost looks like a fake punched out snowflake. And there are all kinds of sizes and shapes. It's so pretty. Anyway, I thought I'd share. All right, hopefully I can get a good light in here. It's snowing and it is pretty, but look at this. I found more books. I am sorting out all of my patterns right now, and I found 3 more books to review. I'm sure they're going to keep popping up. I'll try to count them all and put a grand total there. So this is another Craftways. This is a cross-stitch Christmas handcrafted holidays. It's got a lot of tabs in here. I've tried to hide all the patterns. This is hardcover only as far as I'm aware, and it is from 2021. So that should help you look for it on a secondary market or even call Craftways. It does come with this little insert. These are some tiny extra patterns, 12 different designs. These can be done on paper or on fabric. And they're great little patterns for changing up the colors if you want to do something different. Make great ornaments or bag tags or even cards. Yeah, these are the ones on the front cover. Aren't they cute? Add beads or stick with French knots. So that's the little insert. Sometimes you'll find these sold separately on a secondary market, and you would probably locate this by typing in Sweet Melodies cross-stitch patterns by Craftways, and this may pop up. So let's get into the book. The book. Ooh. Wow, that's quite a table runner. Oh, those are nice. Those were done on perforated paper. You could also do it on plastic, perforated plastic. I wonder what that pattern looks like. Whoa. Oh, those are sweet. Cute little motifs. Oh, it's adorable. I have this one tabbed. Embroidery. I have this one tabbed. That's pretty. I tabbed this one. He's adorable. And it looks like he has metallics in there. Not sure. Oh, wow. Those are great cards. I have this tabbed. I wish I'd started this one. Some point I will. And I love this. That's Emma Condon. That's perforated paper. Those would make amazing Christmas cards. Especially if you were able to make the card an ornament that they can take off the card and hang up once they receive the card. I have this one tabbed. Very Scandinavian looking. There's a whole chapter devoted to stockings. I love this one. The mini ones are cute. This is a Doreen Jones. And that's it. Okay, so that's a cross-stitch Christmas, handcrafted holidays, Craftways 2021. The next one is a hardcover as well. It's Storybook Favorites in Cross Stitch by Jillian Souter. I think some of these designs in here are amazing. Absolutely loaded with all kinds of patterns. This is Madeline. Look at that. I think I have a Beatrix Potter sampler upstairs that I want to do. This is a great idea, particularly if you're gifting it with the book. Absolutely timeless. I understand that this little guy is who he is, and I don't recognize him. But you can change up the colors too. Very easily. Spot, that's who it is. Little puppets. Great idea if you're gifting the book. Look at that, it's on a shirt. I think this would make a cute library bag for a kid. You gift it to them with a bag, stitch this on the bag, either with a waste canvas or stitch it and then mount it onto the bag and put some great books in it, gift it to them, and then you can take them to the library. Oh, there's a bag. It's a shopping bag. That's adorable. Soft cover book and how to make a soft cover book. That's in here. That's great. Great idea. Angelina. There's a bigger picture of this. Yeah, here we go. That's a fantastic gift to give to a child. So cute. Oh, look at that. That would be a nice stitch to give to a friend who might be moving. And that was that book. That's Storybook Favorites in Cross Stitch by Jillian Souter. And this was put out by Dutton. What year was this? 1995. I think I showed this a long time ago. This is a soft cover. This is Cross Stitch Happy Days by Kyoko Maruoka, which is Japanese. And I want to say I got this on Amazon, but I'm not sure. And this was put out in 2023, so this is relatively new. But I love some of the designs in here. Oh, breakdown of the pages. Let's look more closely. So pretty. This is for, it's like a little wallet to hold your cards. I think I need to do most of these. They're just so pretty. These would look cute just in a round hoop too. What a great blue that is. Or green. It's a fantastic bag. And the kitty. Oh, flying squirrels. Kind of hard to see in the photograph. It's a little, this material they use is just a little too stark to have this pop out. Maybe changing the fabric to a shade of blue. Simple elegance. And that's it. After this, the charts. But what a fun book this is. Except for the books for now. I keep saying I'm done. But next segment following this one. Thanks for looking. I thought I would film a little segment on Abby's couch to see if she jumps up here. She's a little blue today, so she might need some extra cuddles. Are you gonna come up, sweetie? Abby, come up. Oh, we'll see what she does. She is fighting an ear infection and very fussy because we have a appliance in the kitchen, a sous vide machine that's making beeping noises, so she's very suspicious. I wanted to show you guys some progress. You gonna come up? This is my Tiny Modernist Stitch and Be Merry. I'm doing this on an 18 count that I have dyed myself. And the only colors that I've changed are the center. Well, no, I've changed all the colors actually. I think this one is calling for Baldani, and they do list the DMC. Now the DMCs were a little too weird, so I did switch out. This middle red is a 115 DMC, and then the rest are DMCs so far. I'm not too happy with how this white isn't really defined or showing up very well. It doesn't show up in real life very well either. So I think what I'm going to do is take a sewing thread and outline them and see what happens. There we go. Who's a good girl? Hi. Say hello. Why, thank you. Oh, I have a dirty chin. Oh, thank you. Good girl. I love you too. And the next one is a Teresa Kogut. This is Snow Penny. There we go. And if you remember, I was working on the border. So bored with this border. But I'm making progress. slowly but surely. Let's see if I can get up. I've got the green on this side, just filling the holes. Started filling in the green there. So not much more to do, and then I'll be done. Won't that be exciting? Yeah, you look so sad today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're feeling sad. Yeah. This is why I wanted to film downstairs. So I thought if I went upstairs, you'd be a little lonely. Yeah. There shouldn't be any more noises today. No more beeping noises. Okay? We've got cookies. Yeah, cookies. I know, baby. No smiles today. So, the next one is my blue Santa. And I am really making some good progress on this one. What do you think? You gonna lay down? Oh, so, Blue Santa is by the Vermilion Stitchery. And this is my progress. He's got a face. Now I still have some more of his hairline to do, and then I will work on the hat, and then I'll be concentrating on adding in all those back stitches. You see how much hair I still have to do? It's quite a bit, and a lot of it's white on white, which turns out I really can't stand doing. It's so awful to do white on white. Now this kit's been really interesting because I've run out of a lot of the threads and I've had to run upstairs and get some more. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it just didn't have enough thread in it. Stuart's down to my left, waiting to play with the zipper pulls on my bags. Shh, 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 nay. No. Hey. The next one I wanted to show is a caterpillar stitch. I've made some progress on it since you've last seen it. This is Christmas Wonderland, and this was gifted to me by Verna. I think when you last saw it, I was somewhere down here. I don't know if I even showed this, but now I'm working up on the bottom of his sleigh. This is really going to be a fun finish to do. Not sure if you can get this without being in the club, but I just think this is a fun, festive little colorful thing to do. I'm enjoying doing it because I can do one little building at a time. I've also tried to do like the groups of trees at one time. I have one more tree up in that corner, and then I can really feel like I've made some progress when I work around the top part of that tree and then say I'm halfway there, not counting the center. This is a color chart, which does make it a little difficult because I like to stitch at night and sometimes I can lose my way if I'm not highlighting. And the last progress piece I want to show is the wolves. Oh, now I can't say I've made tremendous progress on this. I don't think I've stitched on it but once since I've shown it to you. This is called the Guardian. It is a gold collection. Sorry for the glare. And this is where I am currently. An awful lot to do. It felt like a little bit was left, but when you look at it closely, this is on an 18 count, and there's a lot of blending, and it's just a lot of fussing. You can see I work with 2 different needle minders, and I have a total of 4 needles that I have to keep track of with this. So it is quite a production to get it out and make sure that Stuart is not interested. I also use the needle minders to hold the chart on the scroll rod while I'm stitching, which I find really handy. I'll be happy to get some progress on this one and get it done. I still have Cardinal Points, which hasn't been touched in a couple of months. And I still have Summer Quaker, which hasn't been touched for a couple of months. But when the wolves are done, then I will actually go on to Portland Light, because I have that in a kit. All right, thanks for filming with me, sweetie. She's pressed up against my leg right now. I'm gonna tuck her down, and then we'll do another segment, and then I'll call it a day. Oh my goodness. Abby is just not herself today and very sad and blue, so I want to film and get downstairs and just be near her. She's fighting an ear infection, and we've had to flush her ear out. We've had to clean her ear out, which probably is a little hurty, but she actually leans into it because she's like, get it out, make it stop. She's a good patient, but it's just heartbreaking when she's not feeling herself, and we just kind of tiptoe around her and fuss over her because she's just blue. Looks like a basset hound. Anywho, I have some really cool show-offs to entertain you with today. I've got a lot of them. Hopefully I'll get to all of them because I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different people who sent in some incredible things. I think I'm counting that right. I don't know where to start, so let me see what I can find on my phone, and we'll see where we can begin this. Okay, so the first set of show-offs I want to show you is by Esther. She sent these in. This is her winter wall, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love how she paired these with the ceramic deer family in front. Now, this is her trio of Max Pigeon designs. You can get 2 of these charts in the book, cross-stitch book called In the Forest, Pigeon Coop Designs, or Max by Max Pigeon. And then the elk or the deer one, I think it's a deer, the stag, that is an individual one that you can get off of his actual website. So you'd have to buy that one separately. But I'm just so in love with the framing that she did for these. Absolutely beautiful designs. I love how she added the snowflakes to that round frame. I really want to do, I have the bear tagged and the blizzard valley. That's the one in the center. I have those tagged in the book of things I want to do. And now that I've seen this deer, I know that Esther's done it. I know that Helen D's done it. And every time I see it, it's just jaw dropping for me. It's like, oh, that's gorgeous. So I think I'll do the same. I'll do them all separately and frame them separately, but I really am looking forward to getting these into my kitted up projects. It's exciting. So thank you, Esther, for sending those. I really love how those came out. Just gorgeous. Now I have a large collection that Darlene sent in. Now she's down in Texas and she is enjoying some much warmer weather than we are. We were in the single digits this morning, and I think it's probably 24 right now, which is great. And I think tomorrow we're going to get up to 42, but that's not going to do much melt yet. We have to wait until the sun gets stronger. She sent in a couple of stitches. This is her recent finish from Little House Needleworks. It's called Farm Fresh is the name of the chart, and this is the little cherry design. It is so cute. Then she sent in this picture of the 2 little pillows that she's recently finished. Now the bottom one with a snowman, that is Love and Peace. That's a heart and hand We Won series. Love and Peace is on the bottom of that pillow. You can see that's how you remember what chart it is. Really cute. I love the ornament. And I like the finish she put on the pillow edging. The top pillow, the 3 little mugs, that is a Primrose Cottage. It's called Cup of Cheer, if you guys want to look for that one. That would look so cute, framed or a pillow, or even as an ornament to hang off of a doorknob. I absolutely think that's adorable. And then she sent in these squirrel pillows that she did, which are just lovely. I love the Mrs. Squirrel's necklace. Now this is by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This chart is called Autumn's Acorn Gathering. And I love them as little pillows. I would probably do the same for my dough bowls. But can you imagine them stitched side by side in a frame? That would be adorable too. And she's got her little jack-o'-lantern basket that she's carrying. Now this one really sent me over the edge because I might have to get this one, but I just need to revisit how many Halloweens I have yet to do. But this is a Lola Crow's Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. I love the detail on this, and of course Darlene picked the absolute perfect fabric for it. It's incredible. And look at the detail on the corn stalks. And I love all of the crows in there. Can't wait to see how she fully finishes this. I suspect it's not bigger than, say, an 8 by 10, but I don't know the actual dimensions on that one. And then she sent, this is a Carriage House Samplings chart. This is called Night Creatures. Love these pumpkins. This one really came out wonderful. So thank you so much for sending those in, Darlene. Absolutely amazing. Very cool designs. And I did download some other ones. Oh, I'm swiping in my pictures while I'm trying to find the ones I want to show you. I'm going to put this up here. This is not a very good photo, but because I didn't get the whole card in the shot. But this is a Christmas card I just got this week. So unfortunately, it came very late, but we're just going to frame it anyway. This is from our friends in Germany, Andreas and Christian. And she makes these cards. I was just blown away. It's so pretty. So I had to show you that. I know it's not Christmas. And this is a picture of her staircase where all the cards that she did this year and sent out. Other people probably got their cards in time. I don't know what the post was doing. Oh, and here's one of the Christmas ornaments that she did. She uses a type of foil that I guess you heat it up to get it to look plastic, and it just kind of forms a shape, almost like a shrinky dink, like pre-shrink before it fully shrinks. And she says it's a little hard to get it to do what you want because it just kind of forms the way it wants to form. But I just thought they were beautiful. Thought I'd stick a couple of photos in here. And she does hand place those beads individually with a toothpick. Incredible stuff. She and her husband live in Erfurt, and I don't know if you remember my Germany video, but we're waving to each other from her window at the top floor. It was a short visit, and it was very sad. I need to spend like a week over there just with them, and then a week with another part of my family, and a week with another part of my family. So I think this trip would probably be, I don't know, a 12-week visit. It would be well worth it, though. All right. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys more pictures. So we had a big snowstorm, and it hit the whole East Coast. Everybody knows about that news. Unfortunately, Cape Cod got it really bad. We didn't get it so badly up here at all. and 85% of the cape lost their power. And I know Spools didn't have her power for, I think 4 days. And Soupy was about 4 days. My sister lost hers for 3 days. My mom never lost her power. And then a couple of other friends are still waiting for power as of this date. So we're in day 5 for them. So it's really pretty bad how the wind and the snow hit them. I know that they got over almost 2 feet of snow in certain areas on the Cape. Up here, we probably maybe got 8 inches. It's kind of hard to tell because some of the snow blew. So we had patches of tar that we could see the road. And then over here, there was like 2 feet of snow. So it wasn't very windy. It wasn't very snowy. We lucked out. But then it's been snowing like every other day since. So I got some pictures of some snow on the porch, and it almost looks like fake snow because it looks like little punch outs. I'm going to try to pick the better pictures here, but if you look closely, perfect little shapes of snowflakes. Almost fake. Or that's what I call it when I tell my husband about it. I say, oh, come on, look at the fake snow. Let's go out and look at the fake snow. Because it's just so incredible. Okay, my next group of show-offs. Now, this is from Verity. She does the tiny work that I'm so enamored with. Now, this is an alphabet that she has done in this delicate vine and leaf design. So this is the letter A, which is so dainty and petite. And the letter Z. And then she did this adorable little lighthouse, which is really cute. Now, she says it's a key ring, but this would be something perfect for a zipper pull. I would probably use this as a zipper pull on my project bags. And then she did this really detailed and very cute pink rose. And they're done on 16 or 14 count Aida, but absolutely beautiful. Such detail too. So thank you, Verity, for sending those in. That was really a treat to see. Oh, the next one that we have, this is sent in by Verna. Now this is called Fly Away. This is a caterpillar stitch, and the colors in this are just incredible. This would make a wonderful pillow. Absolutely beautiful. Love those butterflies. Then we have a collection sent in by Maria. I said her name right. I still want to say Maria. Maria sent in a collection of her winter decor that she has up right now. So I love this wall. I especially love that fat little snowman. I'll try to get a couple of names underneath when I'm editing, because I need to find a few of these for myself. Now, I did look up this chickadee that she has on the bureau here. This is in her hallway, and she's got a mixture of winter and Valentine's. Just beautiful. And then here's her progress on You'd Better Not Pout. She was super fussy because this was done with 3 strands, and she said never again. I know that can hurt your hand if you're really trying to pull 3 strands through an area that it doesn't want to go. But I guess you kind of have to do that when you're working with white, particularly on this brown. But now she's at the point where she can actually concentrate on cutting this out and placing them all together, because that's how this is finished. And then You'd Better Not Pout kind of wraps around Santa's midsection. All the back stitching's done. It's really going to be amazing when it's done. And then this one is her red work called Tea Time 1, or A Spot of Tea 1. And this is by Samplers and Such. I saw this and I thought I need to start a red work too. I do have some in the wings. Now, I'm pretty sure this one is a Lizzie Kate Christmas Mystery Sampler. My notes don't always make sense to me after I take notes of the pictures. So I will put it at the bottom of the picture while I'm editing if I'm right about this one. I think it's really, really well done. And I love the border effect and how it changes in sections. Just amazing. Now, on that mystery sampler, there were some extras. So she did those separately. I'm sure she's going to turn these into little ornaments. Very cute. Santa's sleigh and the flowers. I think that was it for my shows. Let me double check my list here. No, it's not. I have more. Okay, let's go pull them up. Okay, so my friend Kathy sent me a whole bunch of her recent finishes. This first one is a blessing sampler that she did. Marie Valet, a French rose by running with needles and scissors. She did this on a 36 count sugar cream pie. It's a linen with Gloriana flamingo silk. She got the frame on Amazon. Isn't it stunning? This next one is a Primrose Cottage. This was a freebie. She did this on 36 count Roxy floss, powder puff linen, and she finished it in a 3-inch hoop. I might have to do this one. Then she sent in her Primrose Cottage freebie on a 32 count color and cotton beachcomber pale linen with Farmhouse Flossie's floss. Say that 20 times fast. Farmhouse Flossie's floss. Farmhouse Flossie's floss. Not easy. Finished on a wood piece from a Dollar Tree store that she painted white. Brilliant. I love it. Then she sent in Freedom Rings. Now this is by the Camping Stitcher. She did this on a 32 count color and cotton beachcomber pale linen with Farmhouse Flossies and a DMC frame from Amazon. And then last but not least, this is the Hindelupin Strawberry by Modern Folk Embroidery. She did this on a 36 count Roxy floss powder puff linen with the Cherry Best floss. This was her 5th project in the quintessential Frisian Smalls, the SAL with Evertote. It was Roxy floss and Modern Folk Embroidery. All 5 of those projects are the quintessential Frisian Smalls. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. But wait, there's more. So these are all going to be pillows eventually. But she sent in 3 more finishes. I've got to get busy. She did this first one. Oh, who is this? I don't know who this one's by. V is for Valentine. But she did this on a 36 count Roxy floss. This is a Power Puff linen with Cherry Best floss. Words are 1/1. That's tiny. Then there's this Primrose Cottage freebie. She did on a 32 count color and cotton beachcomber pale linen. It's so cute. I've got to get some more St. Patty's Day stuff done. And then she's got this St. Patty's Day Quaker. This is Primrose Cottage. She did this on a 32 count color and cotton beachcomber pale linen, and she used the all called for DMC floss. Definitely will make an adorable pillow. So thank you, Kathy, for sending those in. So I think that's done for, all I have for shows this week. But I did do a nice luncheon with my friend Susan. We met in Augusta. We went to a Thai restaurant, and then we went to the shop Eclectic, where I bought a whole bunch of those Santas I've shown maybe in January. Might have been December when I showed them. She had a huge sale before she closed for the holidays, and she's reopened, and I went back and found some more treasures. Now, this wasn't something that I found. This was something she was holding for me, because when she had the Santa sale, I called her up and I said, what about... So she held this Polish pottery Christmas tree for me. Now, I didn't realize that this was even a tea light. So you put a tea light under it so it lights up. But it's really cute. I would say it's about 7 inches tall. And that's the little base that you put the tea light on. Now, I did use a real tea light with it last night. But then I thought, I really don't want this thing getting sooty and dirty. So I'm just going to get one of the little battery-operated candles that I have. I have to dig it out of my cabinet. And I'll use that to light this up. So that was $30, which I haven't been able to find one for $30. So that was a good deal, because on a secondhand market, they're going for about $60 to $80. And then I found this wonderful serving crock, I guess you would call it. I think it's probably a 9x9 or an 8x8. And again, it's a piece of Polish pottery. Found that for $12 on her shelf. Not a single chip, nick, crack. Nothing's wrong with this. She just prices things to move. But isn't it adorable? This would look so cute on the table with, you know, a shallow fruit cup for 2 or 3 people. Any kind of side dish. Oh, and I also picked up this wonderful cutting board, which I just brought home, washed up, and gave a good drink of some cutting board oil. You have to get a certain kind of oil that's okay for food safe oil. And it really came to life. So this is probably cutting board number 80 between this house and our camp, but I can't pass up a beautiful piece of well-made wood that's functional. And this was only $15. Now, I also had a fantasy. Look at this little table she has. Brass feet on wheels, marble top table, solid wood. How much do you think it should cost? I keep looking at it. I can't find any space for it in my house. It's stunning. And it's only $60. And there's nothing wrong with it. So, I'm not sure what to do about this. It's really, really pretty. I think I'm just not going to think about it anymore, because I came home and I searched the house. Where would it go if I bought this? There's no practical place for it. Because it's a marble top table, it's not as if I can use this for certain seasons and then relocate it to another part of the house. It's heavy. And things like this you don't want to be rolling around on purpose. So I think I'll leave it for somebody else to love. Somebody will walk into that shop and snatch that up at $60. All right, I'm droning on, and I have to get downstairs to nurse on Abby. But speaking of nursing on people, I want us to take a moment. We have a stitching sister who needs some healing thoughts, some positive thoughts. And she's known in this house as Auntie Debbie. So, Debbie G, please get better quickly. She's been in the hospital for much too long, and we all know that we don't heal very well in hospitals. And I don't know why you're staying in the hospital, because the food's not that great. So, just take a moment to close your eyes and send her some really positive energy. And I want you to close your eyes too, Debbie, and tell your body enough's enough. Time to crank up the volume and start feeling better. And you can feel this if you close your eyes and feel this. So close your eyes and just do some visualization of strength. Visualize your muscles getting better. Visualize your breathing getting stronger. Visualize your skin getting a good, healthy glow. Do all these visualizations and affirmations. And we're going to send all the positive energy we can your way. Because you need to get home, and you need to get stitching, and you need to start feeling better. And we're thinking of you. Feel better. Happy stitching. Have a great rest of your week. Be safe.
Dropped your power thing down for me to look at.
Another winter storm threatens to drop feet of snow in some areas. Hello, thank you for joining us on Spectrum News this weekend. I'm Rob.
Girl, you got it. Yes, hard work.